Hello everyone. Welcome to Slurp Knowledge, a channel where we share health and science knowledge in short, easy-to-digest videos, just like instant noodles for your brain. Please note the knowledge in this video is gathered from various scientific sources. If you have any ideas, corrections, or thoughts to add, feel free to leave a comment below. Today, we're going to explore the circulatory system, the system responsible for transporting oxygen, nutrients, and energy throughout the entire body, helping us stay alive every single day. In the previous video, we learned about the muscular system. If you haven't watched it yet, I highly recommend checking it out. I'll leave a link in the description for you. Now let's begin our journey to discover how the circulatory system works, how the heart pumps blood, and why it's so incredibly important. Have you ever wondered, why can the heart keep beating non-stop throughout your life without ever getting tired? Why the blood in your body always knows exactly where to go, never losing its way? And what happens if just one single cell doesn't get enough oxygen? All those questions lead to one common answer: the circulatory system. It's a magical network of life, where the heart plays the role of the commander, blood vessels act as transportation routes, and cellular oxidation is the final destination, where energy is created to keep you alive every second and every minute. Now let's start exploring the circulatory system together. The circulatory system is the transportation network of life inside your body. It carries blood everywhere, bringing oxygen and nutrients to every cell and collecting waste to be removed. The circulatory system has three main parts. Heart, the central pump that keeps the blood moving. Blood vessels, the pipeline system that carries blood to all organs. Blood, the river of life that delivers oxygen, nutrients, and hormones throughout the body. To understand how this system works, we first need to start from its command center, the heart, where every blood journey begins. So, what is the function of the heart? The heart is the center of the circulatory system, acting like a super durable pump. With every beat, it pushes blood throughout the body, delivering oxygen and nutrients to every cell and bringing back waste to be removed. If the heart stops beating, within just a few minutes, the entire body will stop functioning. In other words, the heart is the engine of life. So where is this engine inside our body? The heart lies in the middle of the chest, slightly tilted to the left, right between the two lungs. It is covered by the pericardium, which allows it to move smoothly as it beats. If you place your hand on the left side of your chest and feel the thump-thump, that's the tip of your heart touching the chest wall. It's both a safe spot and a place where you can truly feel life happening. How many chambers does the heart have, and how does it work? Our heart has 4 chambers divided into 2 sides. The right side receives oxygen-poor blood from the body and pumps it to the lungs. The left side receives oxygen-rich blood from the lungs and pumps it to the rest of the body. This process happens continuously, precisely, and in perfect order, thanks to the heart valves, which open and close rhythmically to prevent blood from flowing backward. Each heartbeat is one cycle of contraction, a short rest, then contraction again, creating a never-ending circulation of blood within us. Why does the heart keep beating non-stop? That's an interesting question, isn't it? Actually, the heart has its own built-in control system called the sinoatrial node, often referred to as the natural pacemaker. This node generates electrical signals that make the heart beat regularly, about 6,100 times per minute. Even when we sleep, the heart keeps beating because our brain and cells always need oxygen to survive. The heart only rests for a few milliseconds between beats, then continues its tireless work again. A truly dedicated worker inside our body. Why does the heartbeat get faster when we exercise? Have you noticed that when you run, climb stairs, or work out, your heart beats much faster? That's because your muscles need more oxygen to make energy. The brain immediately sends a signal to the heart, telling it to contract faster and harder, pumping more blood and oxygen everywhere. When you rest, the oxygen demand drops and your heartbeat slows down again. That's how the heart smartly adjusts itself to keep your body running perfectly. The heart has finished its job of pumping blood, but the journey of that blood has only just begun. To travel throughout the body, it needs a huge transportation system, a special network called blood vessels. Let's explore how this incredible network works. What are blood vessels and what do they do? Blood vessels are special tubes that allow blood to flow throughout the body. They connect with the heart, forming a closed circulatory network that sends blood from the heart to the organs and back again. Thanks to blood vessels, the body receives oxygen, nutrients, hormones, and the energy needed for every activity. At the same time, they help remove waste products, carrying carbon dioxide back to the lungs to be exhaled. If the heart is the pump, then blood vessels are the highways of energy leading to every cellular home. What types of blood vessels are there? There are three main types of blood vessels, each playing a unique role. Arteries carry blood away from the heart. Their walls are thick and elastic to handle high pressure. Veins carry blood back to the heart. Their walls are thinner and contain one-way valves to prevent backflow. Capillaries, tiny thread-like vessels that connect arteries and veins, where the exchange of oxygen, nutrients, and waste takes place. Together, they form a closed-loop network, ensuring blood keeps moving constantly inside the body. How are arteries and veins different? Although both transport blood, arteries and veins differ in both structure and function. Arteries carry blood away from the heart under high pressure, so their walls are thicker and more flexible. Veins carry blood back to the heart under lower pressure, so their walls are thinner and have valves to stop blood from flowing backward. Blood in arteries is usually bright red, rich in oxygen, while blood in veins is darker with less oxygen. However, there are exceptions. For example, the pulmonary artery carries oxygen-poor blood to the lungs, and the pulmonary vein carries oxygen-rich blood back to the heart. Now that we've seen the blood vessel network, let's look inside the blood itself to see what it's made of and how oxygen is transported. What are the components of blood? Blood isn't just a red liquid flowing in your body, it's a living tissue made of two main parts. Plasma, about 55%. A pale yellow fluid that contains water, salts, hormones, proteins, and nutrients, the river that carries everything. Blood cells, about 45%. Red blood cells carry oxygen. White blood cells protect the body from bacteria and viruses. Platelets help clot the blood and stop bleeding when you're injured. Blood truly is the living energy flow that both nourishes and protects the body. How is oxygen transported in the blood? Oxygen enters the body through the lungs, where it passes into the blood and attaches to hemoglobin in red blood cells. When blood leaves the lungs, it becomes bright red and rich in oxygen. These red blood cells travel throughout the body, reaching every tissue and cell. At places where oxygen is needed, hemoglobin releases it for the cells to use, and picks up CO2, the waste from cellular respiration, to carry it back to the lungs for removal. This continuous cycle of oxygen and carbon dioxide keeps life going. What happens when oxygen reaches the cells? Once oxygen enters a cell, it goes to the mitochondria, the energy factories of the cell. There, oxygen combines with glucose to produce energy, along with water and CO2. This process is called cellular respiration, the true source of life's energy. Without oxygen, cells can't make energy, and all activities, from muscle movement to brain signals, stop. What happens if cells don't get enough oxygen? When cells lack oxygen, they switch to anaerobic respiration, which produces very little energy and creates lactic acid, making the body tired and sore. If this continues, cells die and tissues get damaged, especially in the brain and heart, which need oxygen constantly. That's why conditions like anemia, blocked arteries, or cardiac arrest are so dangerous. Just a few minutes without oxygen can be life-threatening. We've now learned what the circulatory system is and its main parts, so what does it actually do for life? Without it, the body would be like a city with no power or roads. Thanks to the circulatory system, every cell receives oxygen and nutrients. Waste products are collected and removed. Hormones, temperature, and even immune signals are transported exactly where they're needed. The circulatory system maintains internal balance, ensuring every organ works smoothly like a symphony of life. Throughout this video, we've mentioned oxygen many times. You might be wondering, why talk about oxygen so much in the circulatory system instead of the respiratory system? That's because the circulatory and respiratory systems are inseparable partners, both essential for life. The respiratory system lets us inhale oxygen and exhale CO2. The circulatory system is the transporter, carrying oxygen from the lungs to cells and bringing CO2 back to the lungs to be exhaled. If the respiratory system is the harbor, the circulatory system is the ship that delivers goods everywhere. One brings in the fuel, the other delivers it. However, since this video's time is limited, we'll focus only on the circulatory system today and cover the respiratory system in detail in the next video. The circulatory system isn't just something from textbooks. Every heartbeat and every blood flow represents life itself, and from this mechanism, humans have developed amazing applications in medicine and daily life. Understanding the circulatory system helps us not only know how our body works, but also take care of our health more actively. Thanks to knowledge of the heart, blood vessels, and blood, doctors can measure blood pressure, heart rate, and pulse to detect early heart disease risks. Use medical technology like pacemakers, bypass surgery, and artificial heart transplants, saving millions of lives every year. Improve blood transfusions, dialysis, and blood testing, making diagnosis and treatment more effective. In daily life, just by exercising regularly, eating healthily, sleeping well, and staying positive, you're already taking care of your body's central engine, your heart. Because a healthy heart doesn't just help you live longer, it helps you live more fully each day. The circulatory system is truly the transport engine of life in the body. It sends blood, oxygen, and nutrients everywhere, helping every cell function properly. So how can we protect this amazing machine? Exercise regularly. Physical activity makes your heart stronger and improves circulation. Just 30 minutes of brisk walking, jogging, swimming, or cycling each day helps keep your heart in shape. A strong heart is the foundation of a healthy body. Eat a balanced diet. Your diet directly affects heart health. Eat more vegetables, fruits, fish, nuts, and whole grains. Limit fried food, sugar, salt, red meat, and processed foods. Don't forget to drink enough water. It helps your blood flow smoothly. Avoid smoking and limit alcohol. Cigarette smoke damages blood vessels, and too much alcohol overworks the heart and liver. Small choices, quitting smoking, reducing alcohol, can save your heart. Stay relaxed and get enough sleep. Chronic stress raises blood pressure and makes the heart work harder. Take time to relax, breathe deeply, listen to music, meditate, or move gently. And especially sleep 7-8 hours every night so your body and circulatory system can recover. Have regular health checkups. Measure blood pressure, cholesterol, and blood sugar every 6 to 12 months. Detecting problems early helps protect your heart more effectively. A healthy circulatory system doesn't come from supplements or secret tricks. It comes from small daily habits: eating right, moving often, staying happy, and sleeping well. Through this section, we've seen how important the circulatory system is for sustaining life. The heart, blood vessels, and blood all work together perfectly, delivering oxygen and nutrients to every part of the body. But for that blood to truly carry the breath of life, it needs the respiratory system. Let's explore that in the next video.